What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the members of the channel. We're not going to call them joiners anymore. Hey, oh boy, shout out to the members and shout out to the Point of View crew. This video is stupid things I've done in prison. It's a big old long list. Oh boy, when I started writing it, I was going and going. Surprised myself with all the stupidity. But we got to narrow it down. I mean, we can't tell all those stories here and now for sake of time. But as I was writing the things down, the stupid things, I started noticing like, whoa, a lot of those dumb things I did were when I was at Wasco AR, mainline. Level 3, homeboy. I noticed I did a lot of dumb things when I was there. You can say I did a lot of stupid things in like a short amount of time. So that's a good place to start. Let's go there. Wasco AR, level 3. My first time doing cell living on the main line. I'm kind of happy about it. Whoop, they throw me in a cell. No celly. Snarf, snarf. Much better you get in there and there's someone like, hey, what's up, brother? Exchange paperwork and you're talking and you don't want to just be in there by yourself. There's you and the dust bunnies. But I wasn't alone for long because, hey, up come walk into my cell door from the day room was none other than Spaz. A straight up gangster from IE. I don't think he had the keys to the building, homeboy, but he definitely had a lot of influence. So he comes walking up. I'm eager to meet him, homeboy. I'm trying to put a little bit of that eagerness on pause, and I don't want to be like a little puppy. What's up, Spaz? So I'm like, trying to look hard, but at the same time, I smiled at him with my eyes, like, getting a little eye smile while flexing my muscles. He comes up the door. What's up, bro? Spaz from IE. I'm like Splinter from Bakersfield. And out of nowhere, he just goes, dude! And I was like, what? My breath? I didn't do it. Bro, if you heard something about me, because as soon as I said Splinter from Bakersfield, he's like, hey, I didn't do it, man. Give me the benefit of the doubt. What are you tripping on here? And he's like, dude, what is that? And I turn back around, and I'm like, huh? And he's like, on your shelf. And so, see, this video is stupid things I've done. This one's a wobbler. I don't think I did anything wrong. According to Spaz, bro, I did the whole bunch. I really messed up big time, because he was tripping on my shelf. And the pictures that are there, there's 8 pictures of these black women. There's someone cut out of a magazine and placed there. And Spaz is like, dude, what's up with those there? And I'm thinking, man, they've probably been here for 5 years. I was like, dude, they're oiled over. They're waxed over. I didn't put them there. They've been here for days, dude. Like, what are you talking? How can you possibly get mad at me for something that's in my cell, oiled over, waxed over? It's not mine. He's like, well, dude, you could have put a towel over it. I don't call me crazy. My towel, bro, I just like to dry my body with it. And when I'm done drying my body, bro, I hang it up so that the air can dry it. I would never want to take my towel and just lay it on a table for all the dust bunnies and the hair and I almost said the Dead Sea Scrolls. That'd be crazy. So the Dead Sea Scrolls would mess with it. The dead skin cells, homeboy. Bro, I'm very protective of my towel. I don't even dry off my ass after a shower. Because I don't want to dry my ass with my towel and dry my face. So I'm like this, dude. Drip dry, man. Maybe give it maybe a couple. But, dude, I'm just not going to take my towel and dig in there and just be like, what? So I got rules for my towel. And one of them is no laying them on top of the table, no matter how many black women are waxed up underneath there. So, dude, he threw like a little bit of a conniption fit. He got like a little bit mad. I thought he was trolling me. I thought he was like joking and clowning, like, you really tripped out, huh? But, hey, it is what it is. He didn't really like seeing it there. Can't help you, Spaz. There they are. And I'm not going to throw my towel over it. But I wasn't in that cell long anyway. After that great introduction right there to Wasco AR, straight up getting gaslit and blamed for something I didn't even do, they moved me upstairs. I only had to stay by myself with the dust bunnies for a day or two, and they moved me upstairs. And guess what? I mess up right away. And this is a big boo-boo right here. I go in the cell, and unlike the last time where it was just me and the crickets, homeboy, there was actually a guy in there. Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Splinter from Bakersfield. He introduces himself to me. He's from Santa Barbara. We're talking. I get my paperwork out and show it to him. And he says to me, he's like, hey, my paperwork is buried. I got all this paperwork. And it's in these folders, and it's in a laundry bag, and my stuff's buried. I got no problem, give it to you later. I was like, I ain't worried about it, bro. He came from another prison, And that really affected me not checking his paperwork. And you could tell he came from another prison because that dude had a gang of shit. Bro, he had $500 worth of tienda, bro. He had everything in there. Cookies, chips, candy, soups, sodas, coffee, cupcakes. You name it, bro. He was sitting fat. So when I seen all that, I start thinking to myself, I want to eat it. How can I take some of that and make it mine? I want to get deep into his commissary, bro. I'm going to be hungry here and I have none. And so, surely I could, if I wanted to, just punk him for it. Or just be a bully. Or just be mean. Because he was a lame dude. Did I say that yet? Straight up lame. So I could surely just bully him for it and get whatever I want. Just take it and eat it. Like, this is the way it is in prison. But I decided not to go that route, bro. I decided to manipulate him on a whole nother level and just be nice. And be like we're friends. And now, for any of you who are out there getting splinter, you're a freaking dickhead. You manipulate people. People have store and you want it. Bro, that's the name of the game. I didn't invent it. Ask any old convict, bro, who walks into a cell and sees some lame with all the store. They're not going to try to get some of it. And dude, I've been manipulating since I was a kid. I remember my mother had me go to a store when I was 9 years old, pick out some milk and cereal, lay it up there, and then be like, oh, I don't have the money. I lost the money. Fake cry, oh, I'm going to get in trouble. And they broke out the money and gave me the change. I went home. Here, Mom. Dude, I've been hustling to eat, hustling for my survival since I was a youth. And old habits die hard. So yes, please forgive me if I walk into my cell and see some lame with $500 worth of food and I have none. And I'm plotting on how I can get it, bro. That's just how the cookie crumbles, brother. So anyways, I was like, you know what, dude? I don't even need to check your paperwork. Here comes the manipulation. Because we're friends. You're a cool dude. I mean, I say that as I walk over and grab a pack of his cookies and start eating them. I don't need to check your paperwork. Why would I? You're a good dude. I know what's up. Yeah, I can just tell. Just tell by looking at you. It's not going to be no problem. You don't have to dig all the way into your bundle of stuff. But really what played a major role on me not checking his paperwork is that he came from a different prison. He came from a CCF. He was playing handball and the ball went and got stuck in the fence. And so he like climbed to get it. And they called it like an attempted escape. They didn't want him at a low-level prison anymore. They want him behind the walls. Shot him to Wasco AR, level 3. Now here he is, my cellie. And he's got freaking all the tienda in the world. So I'm thinking, dude, I don't need to check his paperwork because he was at a good prison. They checked it there. And also, you can't be at those low-level CCFs with any kind of weird charge. With any kind of weird sexual behavior. You can't even go there with an arson. Not an A for arson, not an R for you know what. You cannot go to those low-level prisons, those CCFs, with weird charges. Because they're afraid you're going to climb the fence and then go hurt someone. And then they look bad. They're like, why didn't you lock up the criminal? Why didn't you lock up that beast? You know, he did this to the public and you just slap on the hand, let him escape and do it again. So no, bro. I'm thinking he's good. I'm thinking he's straight. Just based on the fact he'd been to another prison. And I'm just like, you're my friend, bro. I don't need to check your paperwork. We're cool, bro. More chips. So, dude, I'm in there hustling. Eating his food. Next thing you know, I get a move over there to Wasco Mike's pad. And I mess up right away there, too. And I'll tell you how in a minute. But what really happened, the can of worms that exploded when I went to Wasco Mike's cell, is someone new went into my old cell. With that dude from Santa Barbara. And that dude didn't play around. He didn't care about the $500 in tienda. He checked his paperwork right then and there, and it was bad. I'm in a cell with him, hanging out with him, meeting his commissary. The whole time, I was only there for a week, but the whole time he's sitting there, he's all bad. His paperwork is bad. And what he did was, he had a felony child endangerment. He was drunk driving with a 15-year-old girl in his car, and she was drunk too. Dude, felony child endangerment. You gotta go, bro! You gotta get the fizzuck out of here, man. Oh, hell no. Charged like that, you were freaking gone. So, dude, I freaking felt like bro, I felt awful. I felt so embarrassed. I feel like I let down my town. And, bro, I felt like I let everybody down. I just felt like POS, dog, that I went in this dude's cell, and he's all bad, and I didn't even check his paperwork. What if I lived with him his whole time, and he ended up paroling? Never even got. So, dude, they were coming at me. Splinter, that dude's bad. What's up? You didn't check his paperwork? And I was like, no, I didn't. My bad. I know a stupid thing to do. But so they said, what do you think they said? And that was 3 weeks of the pad. Okay, Splinter, we got to beat his ass. said, no problem. So I was on deck to whip his ass. We're waiting for that to happen. And then this whole other side thing happens the next morning at breakfast. Dude, prison really moves at like Mach 10. Breakneck speeds. The next morning at breakfast, I'm not going to get into it, but I bump into this wood, and he basically disrespects me at the breakfast table. The very next morning, dude. And it has nothing to do with the paperwork. It has to do with the sweater. I had a sweater. He wanted to buy it off me. I didn't want to sell it. So he disrespected me, and I was like, well, dude, fuck you. We're going to go back to the cell and sling him. You're not going to talk to me like that at the breakfast table or the dinner table or any table for that matter. Not the picnic table, homeboy. Not the ping pong table. What else? No table. Hey, you go back. We're going to sling him in your cell right now. I live in the top tier. He lived in the bottom tier. I said, go back to your cell and take your TV and wrap it up. Because if you fight in the cell, you could easily knock a TV over. Pick your TV up. Lace up your cell. Get it fight ready. I'm going to be there. And then when I go back, dude, he was in his cell. He locked the door. When you go back after breakfast, you can keep it open. Dude, he went to his cell and locked it. And so I go to try to get in, and I'm like, oh, like that? Motherfucker, all right. Locked yourself in there. So then they said, day room, Splinter. You two got to fight at day room. So at day room, he didn't come out again. He's like, I have a cold. I don't feel good. I'm not feeling great. I have a cold. I can't go have to lay in today. Not feeling well. So then they said, oh, man, fuck all that. Since you're bucking this fight with Splinter, now what you got to do, you're going to have to just go handle that dude with the bad paperwork that Splinter was supposed to handle because he missed the paperwork. But since you're being a big old bitch and hiding and bucking this fade, why don't you just go handle it? And Splinter skates. Splinter goes home in 3 weeks. So, dude, that was really dumb of me to not check paperwork because he had peanut M&Ms. Now, look. Then I moved in with Wasco Mike. And like I said, did something dumb again right away. The dumb thing I did living with Wasco Mike is he's fluent in speaking Spanish. Absolutely 100% fluent. Wasco Mike is. His wife is a Paisa lady. I mean, he's from Wasco. Wasco is largely populated by Hispanics, bro. And he just speaks the best Spanish you ever heard. He could just sling it. And so he had a TV. I didn't have a TV. I got there with a couple months of the house. I'm not going to order a TV. By the time I order it and it comes, it'll be 2 weeks of the pad. I'm back to watch Wasco Mike's TV. I feel like I'm Chueco, speaking of Spanish. I think it's like Chueco. So anyways, bro, every Sunday, Wasco Mike would watch Spanish, and it would piss me off. I felt slighted. I took it as an insult, bro. I took it as disrespect. Like, dude, that's how I saw it at that time. Now I'm look back and realize I was full of shit. But dude, it made me mad. On Sunday, when he's watching Spanish all day, I wouldn't even talk to him. I'd have him on the shine. He'd say something to me, and I don't think he ever realized I was mad. Because I mean, I'm not like throwing a fit in the cell. I'm just like bringing a book, doing mine. He's like, hey, do you want to throw soup in? I'm like, no, I'm good, dog. You know, I'm going with the flow. I'm being cool. I'm not being a bitch about it, but I've definitely got him on the shine. Because he's put Spanish on, dude. And I don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they got other movies and stuff on that are cool. We could be watching football. Hello. I mean, he would pick Spanish TV over football. So I'm just sitting there going, shh, but I fucked up, didn't I? Because, dude, I would love to be able to speak Spanish right now. Dude, that's a flex, bro. I don't give a fizzuck. Hey, bilingual is a flex. And so, dude, if I would have just been like, yeah, roll that Spanish TV all day. Let's get it. And I could have been watching. He probably could have helped me out, taught me. I probably could have learned Spanish within the 2 or 3 months I was there. At least be able to understand it. So, dude, I really messed up, bro. But look how I messed up again. Burn, 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 burn. And this is the worst one. This one right here, this I saved the best for last. This one's really very far out there. So, on that yard, Wasco AR yard, there was an Aryan Brotherhood member. And I only knew he was an Aryan Brotherhood member because he's from my town, Rexon Acres, my neighborhood. He's from Rexon. He's like the southwest part of Bakersfield, Southgate. I knew some of the older homeboys hung around with. I didn't know him, but I knew him from the streets. Name rang bells. I know all about the dudes. But I remember homeboy. But old. Old, bro. Old. But still very healthy. Tall. In shape. Got some hood. Play handball. Run around. Run amok. Straight up. But I remember, bro. But the thing was, I only knew it because I knew about him from the streets. I heard his name, and I just knew of I knew of him, bro. I can't tell you how I knew of him. I knew of him. I just knew all about him. Knew his name, blah, blah, blah. I knew him. Take a shot every time Splinter says, knew him. So, bro, you would never know on the yard he was a brand member, though, because he didn't tell you. He didn't introduce himself as one. No one else told you. It was like the best kept secret. And he didn't have, but if you paid attention and noticed, you would notice something was up. Now, as far as how much juice, how much yank he had. Now, he didn't have the keys to the yard. He never got involved in politics. You never seen him politicking or nothing. In fact, he was suspicious how much he didn't have to do with the politics. I mean, everybody has a little bit something to do with it. Something's going down. It's buzzing. Everyone's like, not him. He would just be walking his laps, playing handball. He don't know. He don't care, bro. He's not involved in it at all. And then every time drugs hit the yard, he got his issue. Every single time, bro. And I seen him be mad at somebody. They got something, they wouldn't give it to him, and this person had a can of roast beef on the yard. And that person was supposed to give this brand member some Gattaca, and he was slow playing him. So brand member got off his face, started yelling, and they took his can of roast beef. Said, you better get that to me. So dude, people were breaking him off. Everyone had the ultimate respect for him. I think what happened, he just got too old. Got too old, bro. Decided to just settle down and just kick it. Maybe he was worried about getting validated. That's probably what it was, homeboy, now that I say it. I think I answered my own question out loud. He probably didn't want to get validated. I mean, had he been running around that yard like I'm a brand member and he's in control and calling shots, he would snatch his ass up, throw him a D6 and validate him. But when he's just walking around, he's got nothing to do with the politics. He's just playing handball and making sure he gets high all day. He's right under the radar, brother. So I'm walking laps with them, dude. And the thing is, I was getting manipulated as well. Just like I told you, I went in that guy's cell. He had $500 at the store. I'm thinking, how can I get my meat hooks in? Dude, people put their meat hooks in me. That time, when I was in Wasco AR doing that violation, I was getting ready to get my first settlement. I was getting ready to get my first settlement check from the mesothelioma. From my dad dying of asbestos cancer. I was going to get $30,000. And, a bunch of people knew, which is kind of a trip. So I know I didn't tell all those people. I know I didn't tell this brand member. I think I might have told it 1 or 2 people. And then you start telling them, bro, and they want you to do stuff. I'm going to get out. And it's people you can't say no to. They're like, dude, you got to go do this, this, and this. And it's like, damn, I put my foot in my mouth, told everybody I got 30 G's. Now they want me to drop off something over here and do this and that. Like, damn, I messed up. And then someone else knows. So people were definitely coming at me like I was their friend. To walk a lap. In fact, this brand member comes up to me one day, what's up, Splinter? Let's hit a lap. And we were cordial, we were respectful, bro. We said hi and bye and all that. Never had he wanted to hit a lap with me. But I was getting out, and the word got out that I had $30,000 waiting for me. So he's like, hey, bro, walking this lap. He's like, do you think you can go to my mom's house and empty her trash and go talk to my mom? I'm like, sure, but I'm thinking, nah, I'm going to do that, bro. Ugh. No, I don't want to. I mean, I go to your mom's house, empty the trash, and her diamond ring ends up missing or something because the plumber took it earlier and I'm getting blamed. Now I disrespect this brand member's mom. I'd rather stay far away. I'd rather stay far, far away. How about I just go empty my mom's trash, dude, and I give you the phone number and you call me while I'm there. Is Chris there? Yeah, he's here emptying my trash. So he's like, wanted me to do that. I felt like he was just putting a meat hook in me. And just, I don't know, bro. We were walking a lap and we're talking and he's treating me like I'm his real good buddy. And everything's cool. I think he even put his arm around me at one point. And, you know, you're a good kid, brother. He said to me, I really like your stilo. But trip on this. Years ago, he murked a celly. He unalived a celly. Years ago, bro. And back in the day, way back in the day, dude, you could murk your celly and just get a little slap-a-roosie on the wrist. Murk your celly, just choke him out in his sleep, and get like a year out on your sentence. Maybe 2 years. They don't refer it to the district attorneys for prosecution. They handle it in-house. Go to the hole for a year. Jack your points. Maybe move you to another prison. I think they used to look at it like, well, you're doing everybody a favor. Thank you for taking another criminal and another convict out. I mean, the administration, bro, they don't have no respect and love for us, do they? Do they care if we end up losing our win? Going 6 feet? I don't think so. So, bro, I had to pause it because I had absolutely no idea what the hell I was saying. Heard myself say something like, the administration don't care. And as I'm saying it, I'm like, Splinter, what are you even fucking talking about? I mean, I'm not feeling good today. Look, I'm starting to sweat, and you guys know why. Dude, I dropped my methadone down way too low. I feel like freaking dog dick again. No disrespect, puppies. Dude, I'm kind of battling that. But I don't care. Post videos every day, so I can't pick up where I left off, because I don't know where the hell I left off at. But I'm walking laps with this brand member, and, oh yeah, back in the day I'm saying, dude, you can murk someone, they don't give a shit, isn't it? This dude did it. He killed a celly. Oops, I said that out loud. And he didn't get no life sentence or whatever. He was there doing like a short violation, whatever. Damn, look how fast that came out. I don't know why. I think so. I want to finish this video so I can go sit down. I don't know. So, hey, man. You're like, finish, Splinter! I apologize. Hey, dude, I'm walking laps with this guy, and I asked him straight up as we're walking laps. I go, hey, how'd you kill your celly? And he looked at me like if I said, hey, dude, can I book your whammer? Can I book your whammer real quick? Just a tip. Or if I just like, dude, can I smell your underwear? Or hey, fuck your mom and the gang you're in. I mean, you know, it is the most random crazy stuff. He looked at me like I said every random crazy thing. Could I lick your balls, smell your underwear, and fuck your mom? Like if I said those things to him, that's how he looked at me. He just couldn't believe it, bro. That's the first time I ever actually got punched by someone's eyes. He looked at me with such vigor and such, that it knocked me back with like kinetic energy. Dude, his freaking eyes shot laser beams at me. I knew I fucked up. Dude, I just asked him, hey, dude, how did you... And he did not appreciate that question at all. Hell no! It's probably something he wants to never ever talk about. Probably something, I don't know, bro, but I said that, and he just looked at me like I just said, bro, will you peg me? Long time. Can we be cellies? I got plans for you. I mean, dude, he just looked at me like, and he was speechless, and I turned bright red, then I turned like a couple shades of green, and we were walking, he just went like this. He just started veering off. No, hi, bye, kiss my ass. He didn't say, well, later, dude. He just veered off. That was it. Guess I'm not a cool dude no more. Hey, you still want me to go buy mamas and do that trash? No. You know how I know? Because when I went to my cell, I got a kite later. Someone come by and threw a kite under my cell door, and I grabbed it and opened it. And it's from him. It's like, hey, little brother, good luck out there. You don't need to go buy and check on my mom's. Everything's great. Everything's cool, homeboy. He didn't even sign it like love and respect and all that. I think he signed it with like a thumbs up, bro. A thumbs up emoji. I think somehow he drew like a hand with a thumb. It was like, here you go. But I guess it's better than this, huh? Like a real sarcastic, like, is better than this all day. So yeah, that's some stupid stuff I did, bro. Didn't check this dude's paperwork. Didn't learn Spanish. Asked this freaking dude why he murked his celly. And had the audacity to leave pictures of black women on my shelf. Shame on me. I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Peace.